This is our first meeting of the year, and we're excited to have you with us. This is a coaching and mentoring platform dedicated to empowering individuals to turn their dreams into reality. Some of us have some amazing dreams that we want to turn into reality. Welcome, Yesenia from Texas. Wow, awesome.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. Got a text in there
Welcome,
now.
Devon. Yes. I'm in New York, and I'm sure, yeah, the weather is vastly different, but welcome, welcome, welcome from Texas. Mr. Brown is all the way in Miami. Um, it's great to have everybody from different places coming together for one common goal. And through our meetings, we will provide guidance and support to entrepreneurs, any entrepreneurs, career professionals, and personal brands. And we're helping you to discover your purpose and fulfill your destiny this year. So our year, oh, from Brazil, welcome. Wow.
Wow. Welcome, Brazil.
Welcome, Vital. Glad
That's
to have you
awesome.
with us.
Nice. Brazil now. I want to go there one day. I really do.
That
I've
sounds like
met a few people from Brazil, and I was like, I really want to go to Brazil.
that sounds amazing.
Yeah,
Okay. Wow. We are international tonight. That's amazing.
that's what it
Okay.
sounds like, right?
Yes.
So,
And remember, everybody, as you're here, we want this to be an interactive conversation. So feel free to ask your questions in the chat. If you have any comments, we love to hear your feedback. And of course, at Vision Builders, we build visions from A to Z. So if you have a goal, a dream, a purpose, and we know everybody has one, this is the place to be if you're starting to think about what you would like to achieve for 2025.
hmm so I was looking at the notes. So anyway, just to get started, we want to make sure we understand this. We're talking about a millionaire goal set for this year, and I'm saying we're going to walk through a process. Once upon a time, how you doing, sir? Once upon a time, being a millionaire was like almost impossible. It was very few. Now, being a millionaire doesn't really make you rich. Rich. It just makes you, if you handle it right, you can live a good life and not have to go to work for anybody. But it's not. I mean, you got rappers and singers now who are billionaires, and I go back. I love to say this all the time. I remember in my lifetime when I was younger, when there was only two billionaires in the world that you knew about, and that was Howard Hughes and J. Paul Getty. I'm sure maybe there's people in other places, but now you got people everywhere. They say 10 million. It's not even a huge deal to a lot of people, but to some people, that's a huge deal, and it should be because it is a nice amount of money if you use it right.
Yeah.
So we want to walk through the process, unpack how the steps to take to get to being a millionaire. I'm not boasting, but yes, I've surpassed seven figures, and looking to double and triple and quadruple that. And the but what I like to explain is that, like, people sell these courses and people try to make it sound like, oh, you got to go through all this kind of stuff. No, you just got to prepare yourself for an opportunity and then be ready when that opportunity presents itself. They always say, there was an old saying I heard and I love it: luck is when opportunity meets preparation. That's real luck. When opportunities meet the preparation, when you've been prepared for it and you've been ready, and then that opportunity comes in the door, and then you seize it with everything. And the definition of, especially in the music industry, of what they call a one hit wonder, or those kind of people. These are people, the opportunity comes, but they never really prepared. They got caught off guard, and now they don't know what to do. They're stuck. So they don't have another hit. They don't have another great idea. They don't have even the ability to bring to fulfillment the idea they presented. It happens all the time on social media where somebody goes viral, and then all of a sudden they're viral and their videos everywhere, and then they have nothing else, and all of a sudden you don't hear anything about them. And we can go back over the years and find songs that became gigantic hits, and all these people who came up with these ideas, and then it's over. Why? because you didn't have anything. Whereas one of my videos go viral, well, I got a couple of hundred that are on the same lifeline, the same pattern line of what I'm doing, because what I'm doing is building an arsenal. And the way I built it, folk, and I'm gonna tell you, because a lot of people are afraid of starting a social media channel. Do it. Do it. What I did was I said I want to make a bunch of 1-minute videos, and I sat down with my team and said, let's make 100 videos, and then let's launch. And this way, as I'm making videos, I'm never in a place where I'm jammed and running out because I don't have a video. And right now, we've been successfully doing that now for a year.
Yeah.
A year, and we're growing, and things are coming in. But I'm also putting together products. So I'm just letting you know right now in advance. So I've already started the process of um, I'm forgetting the term of it. My phrase. Not copywriting, trademarking.
Trademark.
Trademarking. You ready? Let's grow. That's already in the process of being trademarked. My logo being trademarked. These are the things I'm getting ready to do. We're getting ready to do t-shirts. I have a book that's already done. I'm doing another book of my sayings and phrases. And these are little things that you don't think is worth nothing. But look, you guys are here. You guys are here because you've seen me here and you've seen me doing this. But I've only been doing this about a year, right? And to some of you surprised, I'm 66 years old as of a few days ago, right? And I'm just getting started. So I'm too old for that. Well, okay, I guarantee you most of you younger than me, right? And maybe don't look it because, I take care of me. But my point is, I'll tell you, it's funny because somebody asked me recently at a meeting, did I use Botox? And I thought that was the most flattering question. First of all, I thought Botox was only to make your lips puffy, and I thought only women of a certain color did that. I didn't know that that was even a thing. But it's funny, no dream, it's not too late for any dream for anybody. I hope I've encouraged somebody. If I did, just put a thank you in the comment. If what I did in the comments, if I said something that spoke to you, and yes, at what you pointed, so I think you got some
Yes.
things you want to
So
say.
there were a few things, and I wanted to catch you. So you said that you've made over 7 figures, excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
and going toward the billionaire status. I wanted you to elaborate on that for those who don't know you. What business or businesses you have that have been the most successful one?
Did some music, had one record that I worked on also that was very successful, and then got realized with the very poor and broke, because they don't know the business and somebody else is controlling everything they do. And I didn't get really screwed over like that, but the money wasn't what it looked like. I had groups on TV and performing, and they weren't. Anyway, long story short, had a family, wound up homeless a couple of times. I got tired of that, and I went to the computer field. That's when computers was like networks and servers and stuff was new. Internet didn't even exist like that yet. It just was a baby starting out. We still had the black screen with the blinking C, right? The C drive. But I really got a computer, took it apart, learned it, went in the computer field, and boy, I cleaned up in the computer field because I came in right around when Windows 95 came out, NT service just launched, and I on my own, you know, learned enough to do it to get a job, went down to Wall Street, and I made a nice chunk of money, moved out of New York up to the Pocono Mountains, bought a house, and began to live that life for as long as I could. At some point being there, I think around 2006, I went into real estate. And by the way, and I won't get all into this, but I also, when I was making money, and I started making money like I had never made before on Wall Street, the first thing I did is got myself a whole life insurance policy, and I started with mutual funds and investing. And I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I just knew every time I got my check, I was putting money in there, and turned around like 20 something years later, and it was a sizable amount of money sitting in that account. So when you start to make money, don't immediately try to up your lifestyle. Get the necessities, but put your money into something that's going to generate money for you. Passive income is a beautiful thing. It really is. We'll get into that another time. But from that, I started buying property, not anything big, but single family here. Then I got the one in New York, the 3-story. And without realizing it, over the years, properties that I paid, like one property I paid 78,000 for, it's wound up somewhere around 480. The one I got in New York for 400,000 is worth 1.5 million. The other one I got, I think I got it for like 70,000, it's worth close to 300. And I realized, whoa, real estate is money and property in real estate. Am I a real estate expert? No, people say to me all the time, oh, so you're a realtor? No, I'm a real estate investor. So this is what I did, and these are the steps I took to get there. I don't want to stay on it too long, but you asked the question, and
Yes.
that's who I am. That's how I got there. But for the longest time, I was a preacher and a pastor, and I preached to a small church, and I really didn't want to be out there in the grand scheme of things, because to me, I felt like I was always more of a mentor than a pastor, and I always want to help. And at which you're from my camp, and a few
Yeah.
people on here, that I really just mentored you guys for the past 20 years. And when it was time for me to retire, I retired and thought I was going to go sit back and rest. And it was like, God was like, no, you're not. You're going to get down on social media and you're going to do this. I'm like, I don't need to be on social media talking to anybody about anything. This is not something that I need to do. And he was like, oh, yes, you do. And so thanks to Nelly, I pushed her on social media, and she turned around and pushed me back on social media. And so here, with that said, did I answer all your questions? And can we go to how you pronounce the person name?
Vital. I want to say Vital is her
Vital.
name. Um, so she mentioned something, maybe because you don't know how to edit, the feeling of being in the wrong nest, striving for something uncertain. And then she said, and what do you think about creating a YouTube channel for, I don't remember what she said. Well, okay, nope, she clarified. What do you think about creating a channel that talks about multiple subjects or multiple channels for each subjects, for instance?
Good point. Here's the thing: if you feeling overwhelmed trying to do one, I don't know if you want to jump into multiple channels right away. Here's my philosophy. It's always been my philosophy, and it's worked for me. You can try to build 10 houses and in the period of 10 years have no place to live, or you can build one house until it's finished, get a roof over your head, and then go build 9 more. I intend to have more channels for sure as time goes on. But for now, I'm setting my feet into this. The other thing is multiple topics. This is something I've learned recently, and I'm really working it thoroughly. You're not making videos for people originally, you're making it for the algorithm. And if the algorithm sees you all over the place, they don't push you. They don't push me. So you found me because the algorithm pushed me into your channel. Something you were watching let the algorithm know that this is the kind of stuff you were interested in. And it pushed me. If I was here and I was there, I'm talking about puppies this week, and now I'm talking about raising horses. Now I'm talking about how to fry chicken. And the algorithm is not going to push you. So that's something I've learned very seriously within the past couple of months. And my channel has grown more in the past, 2 months than it has in a whole year, because I learned from my son that you're not making videos in the beginning for the people, you're making it for the algorithm. And the algorithm pushes you because that's how YouTube wants to get more people to come in and put money behind them to market and promote their stuff on your channel type stuff. So I would say don't get too caught up in trying to do a lot right away. But what was the first thing? You're afraid about putting something out? Because you made a few points with this person, and I
Right.
appreciate you for those points. I hope you're saying your name right. But I think that, one, I appreciate the interaction, so thank you. What was the first point made about being in an uncertain
So
world?
yeah, she was saying, or he or she was saying, maybe you don't know how to edit. So I'm guessing, editing videos, and feeling of being in the wrong nest. I'm not sure what
So
he or
I
she
think
meant.
I know what she meant. I know what they meant by
Okay.
meaning getting yourself into a category of stuff that you don't really necessarily fit into.
Ah.
I always tell people do what you naturally love. Don't make videos to be successful. Don't make videos to try to get followers. Make videos because do stuff that you would love to do even if you did it for free. What do you talk about every day when you sit around and you talk to your friends? What are the conversations you like to have? If anybody sat you down for 10 minutes, what would be the main thing people know you're going to talk about? That's what your
Mm.
video need to be about. And that's what I had to figure out. Make videos about things that I would normally do anyway every day. And in terms of editing, my partner and fiance Nelly, we have another channel, Live Unique, LIVVYOUNIQUE, and she didn't know anything about editing videos when we started this. Just get CapCut. There's all kind of videos on YouTube. Don't expect your first videos to be masterpieces, with explosions in the back and Tom Cruise and everybody running out from the side. That's not how it goes. I look back at some of my earlier videos, they look terrible. And if you look at anybody's videos that have a following and you start to go back in their library, you're going to see the same thing. They was terrible, horrible videos. The audio is bad. Nothing's working. But then they grew with recording artists. Go back and listen to some of these singers. Sometime their first couple of albums, you're like, oh, grow with that mess, and that mess will become a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Awesome.
What else we got?
Okay. She gave feedback. She said, "Thank you very much for the tip. I will apply immediately. I understood perfectly what I need to do." That's what we do here. Thank you for your
Perfect.
question.
I did my job. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And give me some hearts. Put some hearts up there when you get something
Okay.
you like. Send me
We
some
have
love.
Okay, so Mr. Brown, one thing I think, there are other comments coming in, which is great. One thing you taught us here at Vision Builders, just start, right? Don't
That's it.
allow a bunch of things to get in the way. Where I guess the saying is, where there's a will, there's a way, but find the
If
reasons
you
to do
build
it,
it, they
not to
will
do it.
come and all that good stuff.
Right. Right. Find all the reasons to do it, not the barriers. Like, don't focus on the barriers. Allow yourself to say, okay, well, I'll research some videos. I'll, ask some people. I will get the answers. Like, go get the answers. Find out what you
Take
need to
this.
do.
Take this with you. You've heard me say this a million times. Those who decide to do it will give you all the reasons they can. Those who decide not to do it will give you all the reasons they can. And then I always ask, which one are you? Right? Are you giving me the reasons you can? Or are you giving me the reasons you can't? Because both are true. Both are correct. But yes.
Okay, great. I see Christine Almanord. Welcome to you. Welcome to Vision Builders. They're asking, do you have advice on which platforms to start? Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube?
Nellie's twin. That's her niece. And you've ever seen pictures of
Oh,
her? She almost looks. I saw her on my feed, and I was like, "This person looks like Nellie." And then I said, "That's my niece." I was like, "Okay." They talk alike too, if you ever hear them. Right? So good to have you here. What platform should you start on? I will always tell people it all depends on what you're trying to do, but let your focus be TikTok and YouTube because they pay. Once you get the followers and the hours and the view, you can make money. Instagram is just kind of just like promotion and almost like a friend thing. It's almost like a baby or a bigger grown Facebook. It's more to advertise. Now people do get big on that, and then you can then charge people to promote them, but they don't pay you. YouTube will push you. Now, If you on TikTok, TikTok's the Wild Wild West. They don't care. That's the home shopping network right now.
Oh wow.
Those are the places I would suggest you go. If you're just taking pictures of yourself looking cute and posing in the camera and poking your lips out, Instagram might be the way to go for that. Started growing. My YouTube now has more followers than anything, and I'm it's 5,000 watch hours, and was it 4,000 subscribers?
1,000 subscribers.
Oh, we're close.
Okay, so look at that, 1,000 subscribers. I'm happy. People don't know this, and she asked this question, Christina. Lives are important. I didn't realize how important lives were until I really started to find out about the algorithm. Because if you build in watch hours, if I'm on here for an hour and you guys are on with me, let's say it's 20 people, and you're on here with me for that time, at the end of that, that counts as 20 watch hours. Even though I've only was on for 1 hour and there's 20 people on, that's 20 watch hours. It goes up quickly. Did you know that, Edwidge?
I did not know that, but
It's
I like those
powerful.
numbers.
No, so where you keep making 30-second videos, it's going to take you a long time to get those watch hours where you need them.
Right.
So that's the first thing Corey told me. Said, no, you got to start doing those lives, because those lives are where those hours start to calculate and calculate quickly. And I hope I answered your question, Christina. If I did, send me some hearts or something.
She did. Okay. She said what I think. She said, "Thanks, good advice, Unc."
All right, I
And
received
with a
that.
smile. And then I wanted to go back. Devon made a statement earlier. He
Hey,
said he
Devon, I missed you, man. I was talking about you today. I said, we need Devon on here. Devon, you always got some kind of question or comment. What
yes.
my boy got?
So he said he's been doing research on his major goal, land permits, and the ways of building film studios. He also said, let's see what else he said. Yeah, that's what he said. And I think, oh, Ruth and I have been writing notes. That's his wife, my cuz. Um, yeah, so it looks like they really have been doing research on their goals for this year. I know Ruth has been sharing some of what her and her husband have been looking at, but I'm so proud of them. Um,
You
yeah.
see how we get on here and we just get all like, I have my whole subject matter that I'm going to teach on for the day, and we just start talking and we just get totally off it. Listen, I just let it flow the way it flow. Like what we're going to get into. And if you haven't got our worksheet yet, please put it in the comments so we can get it to you. DM us, whatever, so we can get you the worksheet. So we're going to the millionaire in the year worksheet. We're going to work together on that. You know, this is our 2025 goal. And again, it's not as impossible as it sounds. It's really not.
Absolutely. We have Amanda from Shanksville, Pennsylvania. I hope I'm saying that correctly.
That is
So we
correct.
have PA, Brazil, Florida in the house, New York's in the house. Everybody's here. Um,
Pennsylvania.
oh, Amanda says you need one. So if you don't have it, you can go to our website. It's visionbuildaz.com. It should be in the YouTube page, Instagram page. It's
You breaking up a lot, Edward.
put in the chat as
Edward, you
well.
breaking up a
I'll
lot.
go ahead.
I think that, yeah, you chopping up a lot and
Okay.
freezing and all kind of stuff. So vision.com is the website, exactly the way it's spelled here. And you should be able to find the PDF in there to download.
Absolutely. Am I back? Okay. Okay. All right. Catch these shorts. They said, Unc, what up? I'm not sure. You probably know who that is. Um, catch these shorts. Okay. I don't know. They say Unc. So I guess maybe everyone's calling you Unc. Okay.
I'm on to everybody.
Okay. Oh, well, you're Papa to me. So I not.
Papa to a lot of people too. That's right. Papa, grandpa, so babe, it's
Yeah.
official.
No, this is great. This is great interaction. They said Unc done froze up. So I don't know if it was me or you or maybe both of us. But okay.
I was. Nelly said it was me.
Okay.
It was both of you.
Yeah, because I'm not up in the. I should be in my apartment. I'm in the building, depending on the building's internet. So it
Oh,
was me
okay.
freezing. Okay, it could be.
Oh, Amanda, I do remember you. My husband and my, well, my husband and I's 2025 goal is purchase a farm. Okay, awesome.
Is that the one with the horses?
Yeah.
I think so. Awesome.
It's a pleasure
That's
having you
so
back.
great.
Yeah, yeah. Lindsay showed us the pictures of her pet and the horse and
She
everything.
said yes. That's the
Yeah,
man.
she said it's
Pleasure
yes.
having you again. Welcome back. It's good to have my return visitors. Love you guys. Um,
Yes. Awesome. Oh, well, people
so,
have some really great goals this year.
question. Let's get people motivated, and definitely, I'm glad you came on and asked about doing the social media. I'm doing it right,
Yeah.
and it's crazy, but I've grown to really love doing it. I feel like I'm reaching an audience of people that I would never reach before. So
Yeah, no,
it's
this
an
is
honor.
great. This is great. Oh, we love you too, Amanda.
Absolutely, nothing but love. There you go. Is that how you do it, right?
That's the, yep, that's the one. That's the one.
Nellie's telling me she want me to elaborate on something. Go ahead, baby. Say what you're saying.
Okay,
No, I
please.
just wanted him to elaborate. Hi, everybody. I wanted him to elaborate on the importance of writing down your goals. Can you speak on that?
Well, see, that was part of next. That was part of the whole message, and that's part of the whole series. And next week, but I'll just lay out the basic groundwork. Without a vision, people perish. Right? I'm very strong on that. I've seen people that get stuck in where they are and they die where they are. It is what it is. But goals and notes hold you accountable before you can get somebody else to hold you accountable. So I'm going to get really serious on that I want to start doing. But please, for now, like my Nelly said, just start writing stuff down. Let it be ridiculous. Let it be madness. Don't share it with people that's going to put drilling into the people that I mentor. It's very important that you have something that when you forget or when pressure hits you, you can look at it. But also what's powerful about it, and you guys have watched me like write down one thing after another, say I'm going to do this, and you'll see me and it's done. The thing about writing it down is writing it down and speaking it, it gives life to it in the air. You know, people say the universe, I say the Lord. Whatever makes your boat run. But the point is, the spiritual principle is very serious. I like to write things down, not just for a spiritual aspect of it, but the notes of it. I had a teacher who used to always say, if it's not on paper, it doesn't exist. And there's a reason why scripturally God says, write the vision on the tablet, that as you run in, you can see it. Because distractions will come to take your mind off what you're doing. But I'm gonna tell you what's even better about lists that I've learned. You can write down a list of phenomenal things. Put that list away, forget about it, and pull it out a few years later and go, oh my God, check, 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 check. So I really believe that the Bible is the source of life. And I believe in writing down visions. I believe in talking them out, even if it's just to yourself and nobody listening to you but you. I believe in talking them out. I believe in sitting down in prayer and having that conversation with God, because you can look at something and it seems like it's mind-blowing to you, or strangling your faith. But once you get before the throne, you come out there and God's like, that's it. It's not such a big deal.
Mm.
Most of them are not as confident as you think they are. A lot of them have very fractured or low self-esteem, or they've worked hard to get to a certain place, really even know where they are or aware of what they are. And that's so, and I just love being around you, really encourage today.
Amen.
If that's true, put true in your comment. I
Yeah.
guarantee you people in here that there was something you once looked at that looked like it was a miles and miles away, and now you're actually living the fruit of that.
Yes, yes. There was a bunch of amens in the chat. So trues. Um, Everyone's in agreement with what you're saying, Mr. Brown. Um, I know Nelly asked the question, but I know she also is someone who literally has books of things that she's written over the years. I know she hopefully will share that one day, and I know that that's been, yeah, definitely motivating for me as I've heard just her stories throughout the years. Um, what she's put in her books has definitely come to pass, and you were one of them, one of the items in her book that she manifested, um, which I
I
think is
like that
amazing.
manifested. I like that
Yeah,
statement.
yeah, yeah. No, it's real. Um, I definitely want to manifest some things this year. I want to see some things literally come to life before me. Um,
That statement right there, I want to do it this year. That's the other thing about writing notes. When you start writing dreams and visions and things you're looking for and things you're expecting for, put a date on them, please. But what if I put the
mhm.
date and it doesn't happen? Then let it be rollover minutes. Use it again next year. But put a date on. Let me say someday, one day. Someday, one day is not, give power to anything. A couple of things before we have to wrap up our time. We still got some time. We're not rushed, but
Right. We're just getting agreements. Christina's saying she can't wait to hear some stories. Just I guess what Nelly would want to share that she's seen come to pass. And of course yourself, myself. I'm gonna actually get a journal. Yes.
I love being on camera with Nelly. And people say, yeah, just each other.
And love is a beautiful thing. It's infectious and people love to see it.
Deal with it. It's going to happen. So anyway, I'm going to brighten up my screen a little bit so I can see. Okay, so I just want to make one point and drive on one point before we move on now. For those who haven't been here for a while, we covered a lot of words, and I went through a lot of word comparisons. And I'm going to move to a point because for the time we have left. Okay, so for the past 7 weeks, we covered tenacity versus consistency. And these are all on YouTube. You can go watch them. Diligence versus relentless. And relentlessness and diligence are very different. We break them down. Motivation versus discipline. Drive versus focus. Producers versus consumers. Discourage versus courage. And that one right there. Whew, you got to watch that one. And ambition versus vision. And those are things that we've covered in detail in the meetings, the past lives, and they're all up there on YouTube. So please go watch those. We talked about passion, and I'm going to just drop passion in real quick. And I have to, because now I'm not on my computer, so now I have to like zoom in the screen to see. Passion is a deep emotion, commitment to something that you care about or love to do. The key focus on passion is emotional connection and motivation. Now, zeal, on the other hand, zeal is an intense enthusiasm, energy, or eagerness to pursue a cause. But they're not verses, but they go together. Anything that's heavily driven by emotion can be changed too easily by anything not going your way. When people say I'm passionate about that, I'm like, that won't get you to the finish line. That'll get you out the bed and that'll get you dancing around the room. But passion has to be connected to something for it to live. And that's where zeal comes in. Zeal is an enthusiasm, is an energy, is a commitment to it. It's a physical and a deciding factor added to the emotion. I tell people all the time, people are passionate about things or excited about things. They're excited about it as long as it's exciting. And everything ceases to be exciting through seasons and times. So people start out, and I'm sure we have dealt with this, say, I'm a great starter, but I'm a bad finisher. Well, first of all, stop saying that. Second, you're that because you get attached to the emotion of it because it feels good. But at some point, you have to sit down and say, so I would equate passion to dream. And I would equate zeal to vision. So passion or dream, people say, you got to have a dream. You have to have a dream, but you have to sit with that dream till it becomes a vision, and that vision will make you pursue it. So let's look at a marathon. When you start a marathon, everybody's at the starting line. Everybody's clapping, your family's there, people are shouting for you, yeah, number 5, yeah. Okay, then you start running. And after you run, if you make it a mile, you start running, your body starts saying, okay, this ain't cute anymore. The people are not running with you going, yeah. You done moved away from the crowd now, and now it's you and your desire and your emotions and your feelings, and the fatigue starts to kick in, and the disappointment that it ain't going as fast as you thought it should. And now all these other elements begin to speak to you to tell you to give up. Now, if you're running because you just want to be seen in the marathon, that's a passionate thing. You're not going to make it. But if you have a goal to get to the other end because there's something you need to prove by getting to the other end, now you have a zeal attached to it. And that's going to make you stick with it. So when people start doing any business or any dream, the problem is they come in with a passion, and passion is necessary. But sooner or later, you got to push passion aside and say, why am I doing it? What is my cause? What is my purpose? What do I hope to comprehend? And what do I hope to win at the end of this and accomplish? And if that doesn't exist, it will fade on you. Everything ceases to be a brand new car, becomes or oil change and a spark plug change and a tire change and more gas in the tank, and all the excitement of it fades away after it becomes a job. But now if you need that car to get to work, then all of those headaches that quote unquote headaches come with it, they have a purpose and they have a value, so you do it. And it's the same thing with a dream and a vision. You get a dream, that dream just gets you excited. It'll get you up in the morning, it'll get you going into the part of it that demands attention. It demands to be fed. None of you say to me all the time, talk about you a little bit, I want a child, I want a child, I want a child. I'm like, okay, even now? Yeah. And then we had her goddaughter, and she's like, this is a lot of work. You only had her for a weekend. You didn't, you didn't even have her for a week or a month. Right. The tension, the time, what it demands on you, the pull on you, the sacrifice. You now take a back seat to that vision at times. You take a back seat. That vision is demanding. If you think I'm wrong, the Bible says the vision will speak in the end, will not lie. So the vision speaks for itself. It knows what it wants, and it wants your time and attention. It wants you to change what you do, the way you do it, how you do it, how often you do it. It demands something of you. And people that just get into it for the emotion and the passion of it never get to the finish line because they don't stay true to a cause. And a cause is what keeps you going. And nobody like a Martin Luther King could go out there and walk and have people hit him with bricks and risk his life if he didn't say, I have a dream that I see one day that children and people and men judged by not by the color of the skin or the content of the cat. And that motivation has to be what keeps you going. And that is zeal, my good friends. That is a thing that's based on more than just feelings and emotions. And even at my age, I'm still learning the zeal has to be sometime prayed for me. I have to say, God, give me a love for it. When I first said to Nelly to get into social media, she was kind of doing it. I said, you better pray for a love for it because there's a goal that we want to reach. I don't want to just be liked. I'm not doing videos to be liked. I'm not looking for likes. I'm looking for watch hours. I'm looking for commitment. I'm looking for something that's going to take me over the other side that I can now see a residual income. So you've heard me say this before, Edwidge. Delayed gratification creates longevity. Instant gratification means you're going to have what you have today, and then you're probably going to be broke again tomorrow. So I do things in the form of building something to pay for the next thing. And whatever I'm doing, and that's a zeal, that's a focus, because I still want what people have now. But there's a zeal that I've committed to, and that zeal that's kept me strong and helped me win. So if anybody has any comment on what I just said, or any questions about it, feel free to drop them in the comments. But I wanted to leave you with that those two words are very important. Zeal, passion, sound the same, two different things. They work together well, but you need a zeal to support the passion. That's where I'm going to land the plane. Anybody have comments or questions? Now it's your time to jump in and send me some hearts, send me some love.
Yes. Oh my God. One key thing that I heard you say, Mr. Brown, like you said, it demands something of you. It demands a change. It demands a different mindset. It demands discipline. All the words that we've gone over the past few weeks now, they're interlocked. they're connected. I love when you break down these words. It just gives it so much meat. Um, wow.
And listen, if you're here and you're not subscribed to my page, please subscribe because that, not just watch the video like, but subscribe because that's going to also help the algorithm over, but it also keeps the system sending you what I'm doing. So share it with people. Nellie's she's sitting aside me saying, share, say share. Thank you, baby. But yes, please do that because that helps. Share, subscribe, star, favorite, save it. All that stuff is helpful because I'm doing this. I'm not charging. I'm doing this for free. But
Yeah.
this is how we grow. You guys are so much more powerful than you realize you are. And I'm realizing even at my age that I'm just beginning to live. We are so much more powerful than what we think we are, and we keep limiting ourselves, right? Success doesn't come from pain and hard work. Success comes from the right opportunity, the right place at the right time. And if you put yourself in an atmosphere of developing a certain skill set, that that the Bible says like this, your gift will bring you before kings. You will not stand in the presence of mean and obscure men. And I claim that. I hold to that. I got some comments here. What we got?
Yes. Paul Briggs says, good lesson today. Christine says, definitely sharing the word. Natalie says that part. So, and
Natalie,
Christine,
Natalie gets to the point.
amen.
Love you, Natalie.
And Ruth said, no more limitations. Let's do it. We are doing it. Amen.
This is what we're here for. This is what this is about. We have it.
Amazing.
Man, we have it. It's not as hard as we think, but it is as hard as we think. Did you catch that?
Explain.
According to your faith, be it unto you.
Ah,
It's not as
yes, yes,
hard as we
yes.
make it. It's not as hard as we think,
But it
but
can
yet
be.
then it is as hard as we think. Because if you decide it's hard, it's hard. But then it's really not. It's not as hard
Wow.
as you think, but it is as hard as you think. Either one is right.
Mm, mm, mm. All right. Amanda says, couldn't agree more. The Lord gave me a word, and that word struck hard. This year is my year to be courageous and accomplished. One way or another, that will be the year and continuing to grow. She says, thank you.
You're
Awesome.
welcome, Amanda, and make sure you at least weekly say this again. Write it down and say it. Right? When I tell people to write stuff down, listen, it's not just writing down your goals and dreams, but just these convictions, like what she just said. Write that somewhere so that you can look at it regularly. Because just a statement like that is what you need to give birth to everything else, or the
Yes.
direction, or the doors that need to be opened, all that'll come from that statement. So start with statements like that if you don't know exactly what it is. Just statements like that. Speaking into the atmosphere around you, that life. Man, it's so big. I got a ton of statements like that, and I stand on them. I look at them again and again. I sent it out to you guys, remember? To the whole church.
Yes.
Yeah, listen, Nellie and I do that thing, whether we're together or not. We get on there and we do that thing, and we try to do that thing regularly, if not every day. There was a point we were doing it like every day. Now we may do it like 3 times a week, and then we'll get scriptures and stuff on other days. But it's something about speaking that life. Life and death is in the power of the tongue, and those who indulge it will eat the fruit thereof. There's no way around that. That's the truth that you can't escape.
Absolutely. Oh, man.
Queen,
This
you
is.
want to say something before we go?
He said it all.
You whispering. You got to speak up.
No, I think he said it all, and this is such a great. I'm really fired up. I'm happy that all of you guys are here and that you're getting this information, these nuggets, And the one thing that's so important is the application, applying it. Don't forget after this call to apply everything that we talked about tonight. The difference between passion versus zeal, writing your goals down and stepping out there and doing it. Even if you think you don't know what you're doing, just start and it'll work itself out as you go. So, you guys, I pray that you really take it and do it this year. Like, make it happen. Bye.
Oh,
Just rhyme
Nelly,
with
Nelly,
it.
Nelly.
Just rhyme with her.
Oh, yeah. No, she's definitely. I think people are looking forward to hearing, but well, individually your stories, but together, you guys have something amazing and powerful. Um, and I know that's why God put you guys together. I'm excited
He
to
do.
see. I'm excited to see and see it all unfold. This was a great conversation today. Thank you all for the engagement, the questions. Keep bringing them. Um, get that worksheet on the website. Start to fill it out. Get your visions on paper. Come back with some feedback. Come back with some questions. Share even what you hope to have completed for the year. Let's hold each other accountable. This is why we're here. Good night, everyone. See you next week. If you can hear me, we'll be here every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Come join us, YouTube Live. Um, go download the worksheet and come back with what you've done. We'll see you next week. Good night.